Yesterday, the BJP raised a very important issue of the land deals of Sri Robert Vadra. Nearly 24 hours has passed. We have not heard the Congress president or the vice president comment on the matter. When it is an issue of corruption, answering on corruption, which has been a serial issue of national importance, USP of the Congress-led UPA, one after the other, throughout their second tenure in office, we've had only corruption-related matters coming. Then and even now, Congress president and the vice president have remained silent on it. Not one person who has been alleged to have had some involvement in any of them, in any of the series of corruption that has happened, was even subjected to an inquiry. And particularly the president and the vice president run away from answering. They remain absolutely silent. In Vadra issue too, they remain silent. There can be a sister or a daughter coming to defend, but the mother-in-law and the brother-in-law is not there to defend. Neither as a family matter nor as one another corruption which has been thrown at the people of India with arrogance has been responded to by the president or the vice president of the party. In contrast, every issue which has been raised by the Congress leadership or by anybody else have been pointedly and comprehensively answered by the BJP. We demand the Congress president, because Vadra's land deals have happened in Congress-ruled Haryana and in Congress-ruled Rajasthan. Congress-ruled Rajasthan was punished by the people of Rajasthan because of the injustice done there, and the election came up with the results you saw. In Haryana, the Congress government continues because they have to wait for an election. And there, if there was nothing to worry, why was the whistleblower harassed and also moved out? There are n number of questions for which, on the Vadra matter, you've had no response from the Congress president or from the vice president. I think it's important not to enter into rhetoric with the Congress party before they even take up the responsibility to answer specific questions which have been raised by the BJP. And this is not just now. We have been raising this issue even long before it came out in the public domain. And when we raised that issue then, you had the Congress ministers who were loyalists to come out and talk us down, saying it's a private citizen's matter, you don't even speak about it. And today you find that the internal politics of the Congress party does not allow the president or the vice president to speak about it or defend or even come in defense. More importantly, the Congress party seems to be going with an agenda to mislead the public. Oh, the Supreme Court has trashed this case. I'm sorry, let it be very clearly made out here that the Honorable Supreme Court did not admit a public interest litigation, but it has not given a clean sheet to Robert Vadra and his land deals either. Let's be clear on that. If the Congress party wants to mislead, on this matter, being a responsible party, a ruling party, and a party who's in power in the state where this murky deal happened, they cannot afford to mislead public, who will definitely punish them, just as they were punished in Rajasthan. On Robert Vadra's land deals, the BJP will persist, there is no doubt, because it's a massive scandal which has resulted in injustice being done to the people of Haryana and injustice done to the people of Rajasthan too. We shall persist on this matter because the truth has to come out. We want the truth also to be said, if at all they want to say the truth, from the Congress president and also the vice president. The other issue which we'd like to raise here is about a press coverage which has happened today about Ford Foundation fund receiving NGOs occupying very important positions in the Planning Commission and also in the National Advisory Council of Srimati Sonia Gandhi. These are not small-time NGOs, and the amounts received from Ford Foundation are not small. We certainly would want to get an answer from the Government of India, the Planning Commission, and also from the NAC, whose chief is the Congress President herself, as to who actually is framing policies, who actually is deciding on what quantum of funds should be given for one or the other program. If funds receiving NGOs, particularly from the Ford Foundation, are seated in these powerful places, we'd like to ask this question and expect a reply, because it's time when the Congress party is doing everything that they want to cover up their misdeeds. This is yet another misdeed which they have not spoken about. We demand that the answer come from the President, Congress President, as to who are the people who are guiding her policy making exercises. This is a serious issue, and we keep raising this also. Thank you.
Adani has clarified that he has not got anything from the Modi government in that matter.
That is exactly why I had mentioned here that for every question that is being raised on Gujarat, every question that is being raised specifically on issues of land assignment, allotment in Gujarat, answers have been given by the Gujarat government, answers have been given by the Gujarat BJP, answers have been given by all of us in the central party here. Now you are saying that the industrialist himself has also given answers. If only the Congress party would care to look at these before they go on perpetrating untruths. Shri Modi ji himself has referred several times to this, and therefore it is now the turn of the Congress party to say why is it that they want to go about with the untruth every rally and rally after rally.
मैम, आपने कहा कि इंटरनल पॉलिटिक्स के कारण कांग्रेस प्रेसिडेंट और वाइस प्रेसिडेंट कुछ बोल नहीं रहे हैं वाड्रा इशू पे। आपको लगता है कि उनके यहाँ कुछ फ्यूट चल रहा है फैमिली में?
बिल्कुल चल रही है। हमें तो लग रहा है कि जवाब देने से इसीलिए वो इनकार है, कुछ उनके प्लानिंग के तहत वो इस विषय में फंसना नहीं चाह रहे या जवाब देना नहीं चाह रहे। और ये भी सच है कि आज तक करप्शन के विषय में सोनिया जी और राहुल जी बिल्कुल चुप्पी ही साधते हैं, एंड दे कंटिन्यू विद कीपिंग साइलेंस। आज तक आप मीडिया में इतना गहराई से हर विषय को जांच करते हैं, बोलिए एक ऐसे घोटाला में कांग्रेस के नेतागण कोई इंक्वायरी और इन्वेस्टिगेशन के अंतर्गत कुछ जांच करने के लिए उनको पेश किया गया? नो, आज तक किसी को करप्शन के मामले में इन्वेस्टिगेशन फेस करने के लिए कांग्रेस पार्टी ने नहीं किया, और ऊपर से चुप कांग्रेस पार्टी के प्रेसिडेंट और राहुल गांधी। हम मानते हैं कि कुछ षड्यंत्र है इसमें, वो करप्शन के ऊपर बात नहीं करते हैं, उसको तो छोड़ते हैं, और दूसरी तरफ से बीजेपी के ऊपर और बाकी सबके ऊपर गलत फहमियां फैलाते रहते हैं, अनट्रूथ्स बोलते रहते हैं।
Inquiry, the government has set up a judicial commission which was to be headed by a retired appointed judge to head that commission. So now Mr. Kapil Sibal has said that a serving judge will be found to head this commission. What do you have to say about the timing of this change in that?
We had referred to this even earlier when the Home Minister, Mr. Shinde, had talked about it. They would want to keep an impression that they are taking care of interests of women. When Snoopgate comes in all in hand for them to say we are going to do an inquiry. Have they inquired on the girl who died in Latur? A Congress worker who was killed by other Congress workers? Have they gone into talking about Mahipal Maderna? Have they spoken about Gopal Kanda? How many women who are workers of the Congress party or how many women who were associated with their ministers have been done injustice by the Congress leadership? Have they ever spoken about them? No, this is very clearly motivated to hit at Mr. Modi, and anything is par for the course when it comes to stopping Mr. Modi. This is part of that exercise, a desperate Mr. Kapil Sibal again.
Now the Trinamool Congress is saying that Narendra Modi is a rat and he is against Bengalis who are tigers, and if a single Bengali is sent away from India, they are challenging Narendra.
Trinamool Congress did not expect to have their fortress shaken up. Today, Trinamool Congress is so rattled by the impact Sri Narendra Modi's rallies have created. They are speaking things which are out of a common sense. You can't reckon that a political party in its website speaks such language which will demean a state like West Bengal, which is known for political discourse. A state which does political discourse with certain good emotion backing it up. And here is a party whose website, whose ministers, whose spokesperson use the language which is going to make entire West Bengal put their head down in shame. They are rattled beyond their own comprehension.
Similar kind of statement is also coming out from Farooq Abdullah. Ma'am, he's saying that those people who will vote for Modi should drown into the sea. Lalu Prasad is saying that he will change his name if he is not able to kick Modi out of Bihar.
Just look at the kind of leaders who are doing this. Everyone who's so shaken up in their own respective areas which they thought are fortresses for themselves. If Dr. Abdullah speaks about communalism, Shri Arun Jaitley has written his blog this morning, so I don't need to expand on those. But very clearly, Dr. Abdullah first answer as to why in Jammu and Kashmir, that constitution amendment which was made in India during emergency, making India a secular republic, is not acceptable to him there. Why hasn't his party, the National Conference, worked to make that amendment into the J&K constitution till today? If that is not done, I think Dr. Farooq Abdullah should refrain from talking about communalism. And they have not even taken a step to get back the Kashmiri Pandits who've been cleansed out of the valley, back into the valley. So with all this, I think Dr. Abdullah would be better advised. He is very senior. I'm not here to advise him, but the kind of language that he's used doesn't bring in any more credits to his stature.
TMC is taking up the issue with the election commission. Will you be also taking this up with the election commission, the words that have been used by the Trinamool Congress?
Well, it is very clear whether it is leaders of the Samajwadi Party who repeatedly do these kind of things, or any of those Congress, I'm sorry, I'll use this word, minions, who use these kind of words, are saying this. And I'm sure the Election Commission is keenly watching all of them. We'll see what party will decide on it.
And why is Priyanka Gandhi and her husband being attacked by
Boliye.
the BJP?
I'll come back to you. नहीं पूछिए.
दिग्विजय सिंह स्नूपगेट का मसला उठाते रहे हैं दिग्विजय सिंह स्नूपगेट का मसला उठाते रहे हैं नरेंद्र मोदी की वाइफ के बारे में उन्होंने कई बार बातों की आरोप लगाया. यूट्यूब पर एक ऐसा फोटो आया जिसमें दिग्विजय सिंह किसी महिला का, मेरा सवाल वो नहीं है महिला छात्र, मेरा सवाल है कि जो इस तरह की बातें उठाते हैं दूसरे नेताओं के बारे में, वो अपने घर देखे क्या दिग्विजय सिंह.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, क्योंकि अभी कांग्रेस पार्टी में ही बहुत सारे ऐसे विषय है जिसके ऊपर हम बात कर नहीं सकते हैं, हम बात भी करेंगे ही नहीं करेंगे. मगर वो डेफिनेटली थोड़ा इंट्रोस्पेक्ट करें, कितने विषय ऐसे हैं जो हम रिमोटली रेफर करते हैं स्केलेटन्स इन द कांग्रेस कबर्ड। हम उसके ऊपर और ज़्यादा नहीं करेंगे अभी बात, मगर ज़रूर वो थोड़ा इंट्रोस्पेक्ट करें। We've responded, and if more you ask us, I can repeat the same answers, but we've responded on it, and that's where it stands. There's nothing more. But इस विषय के ऊपर हिंदी में बात करने के लिए जो डिमांड है उसके लिए मैं बोल रही हूँ। फोर्ड फाउंडेशन के द्वारा सोनिया गांधी के नेतृत्व में जो NAC चलती है, नेशनल एडवाइजरी काउंसिल, उसमें बहुत सारे फोर्ड फाउंडेशन के पैसा लेने वाले गैर सरकारी NGO बोलते हैं, वो लोग शामिल हैं। और प्लानिंग कमीशन में भी यही NGO लोग बैठे हुए हैं। सरकार के नीति तय करने में इनका बहुत अहम रोल रहते हैं। हम सोनिया जी से ये डिमांड करते हैं, इसके ऊपर उनके राय क्या है। NAC में और प्लानिंग कमीशन में किन किन को बिठाया गया, जिनके द्वारा प्लानिंग हमारे देश का रिसोर्सेस एलोकेशन में और प्लानिंग पॉलिसी के ऊपर में हस्तक्षेप हो सकते हैं। इन लोगों के द्वारा हो रही है क्या? फोर्ड फाउंडेशन के पैसा लेने वाले NGO के द्वारा हो रही है क्या? ये बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट विषय है। इसके ऊपर हम डिमांड करते हैं कांग्रेस प्रेसिडेंट जवाब दे।
Ma'am, Ambika Soni has dared Bharatiya Janata Party that if your party comes into power, will BJP will dare to lodge an FIR against Robert Vadra? Secondly, she has also distanced herself from the statement of 1984 rights statement given by Amrinder Singh. What do you have?
With due respects, a senior leader like Ambika Soni, who much against her wish was asked to contest, itself says as to what is the position in the Congress party today. Congress party and their leaders are running away from contest. They are disassociating themselves from everything that is against Congress, whereas they occupied the positions of power, occupied positions of stature within the Congress party. And that is one of the points that I have been mentioning even earlier, that when the party was in its best form, everybody was associated. Now everyone wants to distance themselves or not take responsibility for the wrongdoing. And above all, if nobody takes the responsibility and the Congress president and the vice president also remain silent, who are they fooling? Thank you.
Ma'am, one last question. Goa Parivartan Manch and NGO has also given an inquiry report about the Manrega, beneficiaries of Manrega, and many prominent personalities
Connected.
Many prominent personalities are also beneficiary of the Manrega scheme in Goa, including Sachin Tendulkar and other people. What do you think?
Manrega has a lot of questions in the sense of issues have been raised by the CAG also. It is a scheme where lots of money has been repeatedly sent out for distribution much before inquiries have been done on the misuse of the Manrega funds. Data coming from Government of India itself says that they were declining demand for the program, but still more money was being sent. And even then, how much has been distributed, how much has been utilized, has been very clearly indicative of the wrongdoing. So to pick up one state or just one more state somewhere else doesn't help. It is a scheme which has gone through the critical appraisal of the CAG. A lot of questions will have to be answered on it.
सोनिया गांधी को कोई भी सरकारी फाइलें नहीं दिखाई है। एक यूपीए की प्रेसिडेंट होने के नाते क्या उनको जरूरत नहीं समझी गई, या फिर संजय बारू की किताब में जो लिखा गया उस बात का खंडन है?
ये जवाब बिल्कुल बैठता नहीं है। ये संजय बारू जी के किताब से एक स्पष्ट आया है कि लीडरशिप का डिवीजन 2 होने के कारण हर बार प्रधानमंत्री के कार्यालय पहुंचने से पहले ही फाइल्स यूपीए चेयरपर्सन के पास गए और उनसे क्लियरेंस लेने के बाद ही प्राइम मिनिस्टर तक पहुंचे। और इसीलिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी की तरफ से बार बार हम ये बात बोल रहे हैं कि पीएमओ के अंडरमाइन कंप्लीटली हो चुका है और ये ट्विन हेडेड लीडरशिप के वजह से सोनिया जी के पास पावर था, प्राइम मिनिस्टर के पास नहीं है। आज उनके क्लोज कॉन्फिडेंट श्री अहमद पटेल जी एक स्पष्टीकरण देने से इसमें जो प्रश्न चिन्ह उठाया उसका जवाब नहीं मिलता।